Hello, callers. Welcome back to Viva Barca and welcome to another interesting episode where we are going to be discussing on the latest developing stories. We start with Ilkay Gundogan, as it has been reported that the Barca target is still diplomatic about his future. Manchester City wants to renew his contract, according to Pep Guardiola. We are going to be discussing on that as we progress. Then, secondly, in this episode, talking about none other than Lionel Messi, as latest reports are claiming that two Premier League teams have entered the race to sign Messi. Who are those teams? We are also going to be discussing more on that. So guys, as we get right into the full stories in much detail, please do ensure to subscribe to the channel. If you haven't, if you're just coming across the channel for the very first time, you are highly welcome. Consider liking the video and please watch the video right up to the very end. Ilkay Gundogan added another feather to his cap last night by leading Manchester City to the FA Cup title. He is now within touching distance of securing a treble, providing his team beat Inter Milan in the UEFA Champions League final. In the midst of his success, Barcelona have been keen on the idea of incorporating his services ahead of the new season. According to Mundo Deportivo, Gundogan is yet to decide on his future. Even though his contract at the Etihad expires in the summer, he has left his future open. The player has also made no secret of his desire to keep leading the Manchester City squad. He also holds Pep Guardiola in high esteem. Pep Guardiola, for his part, is keen on keeping hold of the services of Gundogan. In the press conference after the FA Cup final, he confirmed his desire, stating that we are working on it. The sporting director is working on it. I hope he succeeds. Manchester City had previously raised a one-year renewal proposal to Gundogan, but the player was not happy with the length of the contract and was favoring Barcelona's 3-year deal. But it appears Manchester City are now contemplating increasing the length of Ilkay Gundogan, possibly offering the midfielder a one-year deal with an option to extend it for another year. Barcelona, for their part, are putting all their resources into the pursuit of Lionel Messi, who appears dangerously close to a move to Al Hilal, with the Saudi Arabian giants even reportedly preparing a welcome show on June 6. The Catalans, therefore, are likely not in a position to compete with Man City at the moment, and at the end of the day, the decision will be up to the player on whether or not he wants to remain at the Etihad or try out a new adventure elsewhere. The signing of Ilkay Gundogan will not be easy, even though he will be a free agent if he doesn't extend his Manchester City contract. There's no doubt that Pep Guardiola wants to keep him. He's such a quality player. Yesterday, he was magnificent in the game against Manchester United in the FA Cup final, scoring a brace, almost a hat-trick, had he not been denied a goal. And I think this guy is always magnificent, especially come end of the season. And I think Ilkay Gundogan coming to Barca will be a huge boost in our midfield, will be a huge boost in our team overall, because I think he has that quality to improve any team he goes to. And Xavi has a clear reason for wanting Ilkay Gundogan to play for Barca. But we can see from Pep's latest press conference, he's not happy about rumors linking Ilkay to other clubs. He really wants to keep Gundogan, providing the kind of quality that this guy brings to the table. And Pep knows for sure than anyone that Ilkay Gundogan living at the Etihad would be a huge loss for Man City. Of course, we do understand that Manchester City have quite a good depth in the team as compared to Barca. They have a good depth. They have quality players that even if Ilkay Gundogan leaves, there will still be some good replacements there. But come on, Ilkay is that special type of talent that many top clubs would like to have in their roster. So as it stands from that right now, Barcelona are still very much hoping and they are still sure that a move for Ilkay Gundogan will be a possibility. But there is still a little bit of doubt as Man City are still pushing behind to keep him. Of course, there were reports yesterday that Ilkay Gundogan wants the Champions League to first of all pass. He wants to first of all focus more on the Champions League final that could lead them to the treble if they do win Inter Milan before thinking about secondary things like his future. Because right now, I think he will first of all focus on the next thing, which is the big game on Saturday, the 10th of this month, before we can start speculating that, okay, Ilkay Gundogan have decided that he will be going to Barca or he will be staying at City. So despite Xavi convincing Ilkay Gundogan as per latest reports about the project of the club and what he expects, the role that he will play when he arrives Barca, Ilkay Gundogan have not yet made any final conclusion as to his future. So there is still a lot that needs to be concluded. But first of all, we can further expect a final conclusion maybe after the Champions League final against Inter Milan on Saturday, the 10th of this month. Then on to the final story of discussion. With his time at Paris Saint-Germain finally coming to an end, Lionel Messi is expected to make a decision on his future soon. The seven-time Ballon d'Or winner continues to be a sought-after asset as he remains one of Europe's most influential players. Following PSG's announcement bidding Messi farewell and the closure of his final game in League One, Leo is officially a free agent. The World Cup winner heads into the summer transfer market with no contractual obligations, restricting his negotiations with other clubs. According to Pablo Gravellon, Premier League heavyweights Newcastle United and Chelsea have emerged as potential suitors for Messi, having shown interest in the converted Argentine. While the South American already appears to be weighing up other options, which include his boyhood club FC Barcelona, Saudi Arabian side Al Hilal, and MLS giant Inter Miami, Messi is certain to survey all possible destinations. Chelsea and Newcastle have benefited from an influx of financial support, making them viable options in the pursuit of Messi. Although Chelsea have struggled to find form in the Premier League, they possess a wide array of talented footballers within their ranks, and such individual quality presents a fair amount of appeal. On the other hand, Newcastle have been on the ascendancy as they achieved Champions League football following an exceptional campaign in the English League under the tutelage of Eddie Howe. The club's smart transfer strategy has paid off, and thus the meteoric rise of the Magpies proved to be an attractive selling point. However, Messi is reportedly more inclined to return to Barca, where he previously elevated to the insurmountable height. Barca's tussles with financial fair play and La Liga's delay in approving feasibility plan have slowed down the process, but both parties appear to be searching for common ground. So guys, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye bye.